drug dealers in Gamboru Medicine Market, Maiduguri, have raised the alarm that contaminated drugs confiscated by the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, are allegedly being resold in the market. The market, a major hub for pharmaceutical products, was devastated by floods on September 10th, leading to the damage of drugs worth over 1 billion naira. In response, NAFDAC, in collaboration with the Borno State Ministry of Health, inspected warehouses and homes of drug dealers, confiscating the damaged products due to concerns about public health risks. However, months after the operation, dealers now claim that individuals are attempting to resell the same type of contaminated drugs that were seized earlier. Some people have come here to try to sell the same kind of drugs confiscated by the government, a dealer in the market stated. We refused to buy, but we did not ask where they got them because it was not our business. Another dealer shared a similar experience, saying that retailers were being approached by unfamiliar individuals offering the damaged drugs for sale. Jibrin Buka, a president of the Nigerian Association of Patent and Proprietary Medicine Dealers, Borno State Chapter, expressed shock at the revelation. While he confirmed that he participated in the inspection exercise and witnessed the handover of the contaminated drugs to the NAFDAC, he could not confirm whether they were destroyed as promised. NAFDAC has yet to respond to these allegations. What are your thoughts on this report?
She traces more questions than answers. First, the news from the beginning says after the floods, some of the marketers were attempting to sun-dry the drugs in order to reduce
the damage.
The loss they would incur, that is the monetary cost. What came to my mind is this: if there was an insurance that take care of them, if they were insured against damages, natural disasters and all that, at that point the issue of reducing costs, because they may not have intended to sell contaminated drugs to people, but the guy is at a loss. He needs to sun-dry his product so as to reduce the loss. But think about it: if he had an insurance policy of an insurance company that would take off that burden off his shoulder, the way we define insurance.
I think like flood and fire under insurance policies, are they accepted on?
Of course, absolutely, absolutely. That's an insurance against natural disasters, yes, and all that. So fire, water, flood, and all those things. You can insure your house, whatever, against such. Yes, so you can. So if they have such insurance, that issue of trying to reduce costs, or rather the damage they would incur wouldn't have
been
there. So that should be a wake-up call to the government on the need, or society in general, on the need to take insurance more seriously. It's not going to be easy, but it shows that there is a need for it. There has always been a need for it. Then secondly, the drugs, damaged drugs, damaged by floods, we are seized by NAFDAC, the government agency that regulates food and drugs. Beautiful work they have done. But after seizing it, there seems to be a resurgence, or those drugs growing and came back to the market. That raises more questions than answer. So after seizing, what did they do with it? Of course,
they were expected to destroy it.
Absolutely. If they are coming back to the market, that means there's a breach somewhere. Somebody has not done what he or she was supposed to do. And then also, somebody is playing a fast one in society. You took these drugs away, that they were contaminated. It's either they were actually contaminated and now for greed you're bringing it back to the market, or they were never contaminated. You have made these people suffer loss and you're bringing it back to the market. Then to the guy who said they brought it back, we didn't ask them where they got it because it's not our business. I don't think that is true.
That was going to be my next
I don't think that is true.
Question: why do we have this culture of, if it doesn't affect me directly, it's not my
I think he's trying to be economical with the truth, or maybe betraying his knowledge of is knowledge of what is it. We all buy things in the market, even things that are not harmful. If I go to buy a pint of gari or something, at times I engage the sellers in discussion. Oh, this gari, where do you get it from? Not even because I'm suspecting anything, but you just want to have a fair knowledge of what happens around. So to say it is not his business is not completely true. But definitely the agency need to investigate this matter properly. I'm talking of NAFDAC. If they seize this product, if this is the same product they seize that are coming back into the market, then some of their men are probably responsible for it.
Now, when we talk about some of their men, the insurgence of this sort of drugs back in public space poses great risks for public health.
Absolutely.
Because if it's contaminated, it's contaminated.
Absolutely.
There is nothing like I want to take water by faith and it's going to uncontaminate.
Oh, absolutely.
And now,
the guy who is going to take it won't have idea that it was contaminated, so the issue of faith won't even come.
You know, and that poses a risk to public health. I want to gather your thoughts as regards why people put financial gain ahead of public health.
At times it is greed. At times it could also be ignorance.
Okay.
For example, if those drugs successfully get into this market, from what we read, this is a wholesale market.
Yeah.
The retailer that comes to buy it may not know that these are contaminated drugs that has been rejected. He just take it off and sells to unsuspecting consumers, and they take it up rather than getting killed. The situation is getting worse. Then there's also the question of greed. What the guy, if these drugs, I mean, there may even be no guarantee that these are the same drugs, and because they only said it's the same type of drug. What came to me, what do they mean the same type of?
Because
drugs?
Now when people in this sort of market raise, this sort of salient concerns, is because I feel they already have distributors of these products, known distributors. Now, when unknown people come into the market with something similar to what
which is why the guy that said it's not their business is being economical with the truth. These are products you buy from particular places. All of a sudden, like I think one of them even said that this person is bringing it are people unknown to them.
Yes.
They are not their usual source of getting drugs. I agreed there would be new distributors from time to time, but that leaves you to the question of we have not seen you before. There should be an introduction for products like this. This is not granola that you just buy and go. These are maybe if he's genuine, you probably would want to do a second round of buying after selling the products. If the price is good, you made some profit. You want to go back to that. So would you patronize him without asking certain questions? Oh, why are you selling perhaps at a reduced price from the other people? Where did you get from? Oh, are you from so company? Oh, they used to come with so person before. So what happened to the guy that comes before? So it's also people being willing to probe situation. We shouldn't just take things. Yes, we talk about government not doing enough, but as individual, there is a place for us to do some things. You can probe some of these things.
Right, I do agree 100% with probing, but I did ask you something previously as regards this nonchalant behavior as regards it's not my business. We've gotten to this place where we are no longer communal as a people. Nobody is looking, over the shoulder of the next person to say, okay, I'm looking out for this person, whether I know you or not, which is the structure of what we used to be, in yesteryears, which is what the foundations of our tradition and core and values was being formed on. You usually say that a child belongs to the entire community. Everybody has the right to raise one person's child, whether you're the parent or not the parent, which are certain values, as it were, that we are not very, are not very out there these days. Everybody has this construed idea that if it doesn't affect me personally, it's none of my business. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, over the years, we have had some values corroded by many factors. Some of them are economic factors. Some of them are the new wave of, maybe the new wave of modernization. Everybody seems to be isolated from the other. The more we seem to come closer, the more we are further apart here. So that could be the issue. But you see, we can't continue this way, behaving as it doesn't concern me. It concerns us all. It's your word. It's my word.
Right.
It's our word collectively. We are in it together. If that drugs get into the market, even the guy that says it's not my business, he sells those drugs. An ailing child or family member of his could pick it up and take. It is business. Yeah, he may say, oh, I don't want to buy from them since I don't know, but I'm not going to probe. He may not know how far that drug would go. Somebody dear to him could pick up that drug, unbeknownst to that person that was a contaminated drugs, and take it. He could be sick himself and get to a hospital. The hospitals have that drug, you know, and administer it to him. Then it becomes his business. He would have been better off if he had averted that danger
from happening.
Absolutely, because he actually was in a position to avert it, but the nonchalant attitude made him look the other way. Now it's staring him in the face in such a manner that he can't escape.
Thank you so much for your insight on